So we have completed module number 1. I have given some short notes in the WhatsApp and the Google Classroom also. Please refer the notes. If you need anything, you can also ask me. Whatever notes I have left on the Google Classroom or the WhatsApp, please refer them. Okay. Now today I will be starting with a very important chapter, module number 2, forecasting. So this is really a very important chapter which we are going to study. So in this chapter it is completely numerical. Surely there will be a compulsory numerical will be there asked in this chapter, forecasting. Okay, so 3 to 4 methods are there. All methods I am going to take. On every method I am going to explain you one problem. Only one problem, because online is there, it is very difficult to explain for me. So one numerical I will explain in detail. Then I may give you some assignment for study purpose in the WhatsApp group, and you can solve the problems and do the practice. Okay. So today's first class will be introduction to forecasting. Means in this chapter what things we are going to study. So first of all, for forecasting, the simple meaning of forecasting, we should understand what is the meaning of forecasting. So forecasting is nothing but a scientific prediction of the future. Please understand. If you see the forecasting, they have given here nature and use of forecast. It is an estimate of an event which happens in future. So I will tell you the definition once again. Forecasting is nothing but it is a scientific prediction of future of an event. Scientific prediction. It is not only prediction, but it is a scientific prediction. Why I say it is a prediction of the future means what? We are just doing an analysis. We are finding out what will be the future. We want to know today what will be the future. That is called as the future prediction. But now forecasting is a scientific prediction of the future. I am using the word scientific, which is very important. Why it is important? It is called as scientific prediction because we are predicting the future using scientific tools. We make use of scientific tools. We just don't predict randomly. We predict the future using scientific tools, different statistical tools, and then we do the analysis. We have the data are there, we do the analysis, and then we come to the conclusion this might be the future. Since the prediction is done with the help of using the scientific tools and techniques, forecasting is called as a scientific prediction. Understood? I hope. Forecasting is called as a scientific prediction of the future of an event. It might be anything. It might be anything. What? How? Why you need to predict? Suppose today the climate is cloudy. The forecasting department, the meteorological department, what they are doing? What will be the rainfall in Bijapur? What will be the climate for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week? They do the prediction. So they do the prediction using different scientific tools. Correct? They make use of forecasting techniques to predict the rainfall, in future rainfall, next week, next fortnight, next day. The government is using the forecasting techniques to predict what will be the population of the country next year. Today the population is 120 crores. What will be the population next year? What will be the population after 10 years, 20 years? What will be the population of India after 50 years? So they have to do the predictions using scientific tools so that they can take the actions today only. They want to control it. So like this, different forecasting techniques are there which are used by different agencies. It might be a government agency or a private agency, or it might be any agency. What will be the technology? Today one technology is there, different technologies are there. How long this technology will survive in the market? When will the new technology come? We need the prediction of the future. So like this, different predictions are necessary in our life by the government or the private agencies. But as an engineer, why should we study this chapter? Why should we study this module, forecasting? So it is very important for all of us to study forecasting because we are engineers, mechanical engineers, and mechanical engineering means manufacturing. Manufacturing. So in manufacturing, so many activities are there. I want to start an enterprise. I want to start my business. I want to start the production. So in manufacturing, we do planning, we do designing, we start the manufacturing, we do the assembling, we do the inspection, correct? So many things we plan. What should be the production? How big? What should be the size of our plant? How many machines should I invest? How many types of skilled and unskilled labor should be there? How many supervisors? How many engineers? How many R&D engineers should be there in my industry? All these things I need to know in advance. Unless and until I don't know how much to produce, unless and until I don't know how much to produce, I cannot plan properly. So you should know uh, what should be the quantity to be manufactured. If you know that, then you can systematically plan. So how much you can produce and how much you can sell. So we have to do detailed market surveys about the product, what products are available in the market. We have to study a lot of things. We have to then we have to plan accordingly. So forecasting is very important in engineering, in manufacturing enterprises, because without forecasting I cannot do my planning only. If I know that this product, its market next year will be this much, after 2 years the product of the market will be this much, this market will have a big share, this product will have a big share in the market. If I know in advance, then only I can start my manufacturing. If I don't know where to sell, how much to sell, then you will not know how much to manufacture, how much to invest. So therefore forecasting techniques helps us to know how much should we produce, how much should we sell, correct? It helps us to predict what will be the demand of our product in future. So therefore being mechanical engineers, forecasting is a very important technique. That's why we have to study forecasting, correct? In the bottom page, forecasting, different forecastings are there. Technology forecast, today the technology is there in the market, how long this present technology will remain in the market, when will the new technology come in the market. Economic forecasts, so government agencies are there, they are collecting the data about the business environment, correct? So they are spending lots in the market, they want to know in advance what should be the, what is the level of employment in India, what is the economic growth of the country. So what was the economy in the last 10 years, what should be the economy in the future. They want to know the answers in the advance, so they make use of forecasting techniques, correct? So like this, different agencies are there where forecasting is necessary. So for this purpose, now we have to study in how forecasting methods or how forecasting techniques can be used in the industries. So there are different types of models are there, forecasting models are there. What are the types? There are two in the syllabus or in the question, it may be asked as forecasting models or forecasting approaches. Forecasting approaches means models only. So what are the two types of approaches of forecasting? There are two types of approaches. One is quantitative forecasting techniques, second is qualitative forecasting techniques. What are the two approaches? One is quantitative technique, second is the qualitative. Quantity means what? Number, data. So quantitative techniques, the techniques that make use of different data, the techniques that study the history and tell the future. So the techniques that collects all the historical data, past data, do some analysis using statistical tools, then predict the future. Such techniques are called as quantitative techniques. What are quantitative techniques? Quantitative techniques are those techniques, once again I will tell you, quantitative techniques are those techniques that refer the historical data, that refer the previous data. They collect all the previous data, then use different statistical tools and techniques, use different forecasting techniques, do a systematic analysis, and then they predict or they tell what will be the future demand of a product, what will be the future demand of this product, that product. Then once they know that the demand of the product in the future will be this much, then accordingly the production engineer can plan. Now this is the product, I can sell 5,000 components in next year. So for producing 5,000 components, how many machines I need, how many men I need, what materials I need. I start planning, I start designing, I start purchasing, I start all my activities of manufacturing. So hence quantitative forecasting techniques are very, very important. If you see in the manufacturing sectors, everywhere different quantitative techniques are used. Different quantitative forecasting techniques are used for predicting the futures. Okay. Once again I will tell, a quantitative forecasting technique is a technique that is based on historical data, that collects the past data of the sales. Then after collecting the data, they make use of different forecasting techniques. Using these forecasting techniques, they do a thorough analysis, correct? After doing the thorough analysis, they will get the results, and then they predict the future, that the future demand of the product will be this much. Once I know in advance what is the demand of the product, I can systematically plan, I can systematically schedule, I can plan about the resources, I can plan about the manufacturing, I can plan everything. So it will be very easy for me to start the manufacturing. What are the different quantitative forecasting techniques that we are going to study? Many techniques are shown on the screen here. I hope all are seeing the screen. The screen is visible. Okay. So different quantitative forecasting. Yes, you are not able to see?
Screen is not visible, sir.
Screen is not visible. Okay.
Only you visible, sir.
I am visible. So screen was visible. I will start the screen once again. See here, people are joining late, so all these problems are coming in between. Is it visible now? Is the screen visible? Yes.
No, sir.
Is it not visible?
No, sir.
See, some technical problem might be there in your mobile. If you have any problem, you just see. If you
No,
are not
sir,
able
not
to see
so.
the screen, at least listen me. I will send the notes on the WhatsApp group and etc. Okay, so this is a theoretical class now. So forecasting models are there. So different forecasting models are there. See, I will try to share the screen once again. Present screen. Start presenting. Now
Visible, sir.
visible.
Visible, sir.
Okay. So what are the different forecasting approaches? What are the different forecasting models? As I said, forecasting approaches or the forecasting models are of two types. One is quantitative model and a qualitative model. Quantitative model or forecasting technique, as I told, refers the previous historical data. It refers the data, it does the analysis, and then it will predict the future, correct? Once I know the future, I am able to plan, I am able to schedule, I can plan all my production, I can plan my resources, then I can take the action. So as we see on the screen, different forecasting techniques are there, quantitative techniques. Simple moving average. So we are going to study one technique, first one, simple moving average. Second one is not mentioned in that, it is weighted moving average, that I am going to take, weighted moving average. Third, single exponential smoothing, and fourth, simple regression technique. Four techniques I am going to take of quantitative type. Four techniques: one, simple moving average; second, weighted moving average; third, single exponential smoothing average; third is simple regression. I have put a tick mark there, so only those techniques you study. Other techniques there is no need to study. Okay, please keep in mind. So these are the different quantitative techniques. The next one is qualitative forecasting technique. What is a qualitative forecasting technique? Qualitative forecasting techniques or approaches, these are the techniques that don't refer historical data. They don't refer historical data. They do not have any previous data with them. Without having the data, they do some brainstorming sessions. Experts are there, knowledgeable persons are there, all sit together. They come to a conclusion, and then they take a decision that this might be the future of our product. This might be the prediction. This might be the future of our product. We are able to sell this much. So, qualitative forecasting techniques. The important one is Delphi type method. Second is market survey. What are qualitative techniques? qualitative techniques are the techniques that don't refer historical data. They don't need historical data, or data are not available for them. So they don't make use of different scientific tools and techniques. No calculations are there, or some different types of calculations are there. Correct? Quantitative techniques have historical data, they do the analysis. That is why they are called as quantitative techniques, whereas qualitative techniques, they don't need previous data, they don't have previous data. Just by using the knowledge of the experts, they do some session, brainstorming sessions, and then they predict the future. This is called as qualitative forecasting techniques. So there are two qualitative forecasting techniques. One, market survey. We all of us know market survey. Market survey is nothing but doing a survey in the market, visiting the market. The representative, the sales representative of the companies, or different people, representative, are visiting the markets, and they might give a questionnaire. They may ask questions to the customers, something, and they collect the answers. Based on these different market surveys, they come to the decision that this is our product, this might be our product, future of the product. So this is called as market survey. One is Delphi technique. What is the Delphi technique? As I said, it is a technique, it is a qualitative forecasting technique which does not have historical data, which does not need historical data. They just, all the experts, all the knowledgeable persons of the industry who are having a lot of experience in the industry, all these people, all these knowledgeable people sit together, and then they take a decision. So several meetings they conduct, experienced people of the industry, they different brainstorming sessions are there. They sit together, discuss together, and then they come to a decision. This might be the future of the product. This is called as Delphi method. So Delphi method is a method which needs expertise people, which needs experienced people, which needs knowledgeable persons, which needs brainstorming sessions. Such techniques are called as Delphi techniques. So today we saw what is forecasting, why it is needed, what are the different forecasting models that we are going to study. We are going to study simple moving average, weighted moving average, single exponential smoothing average, simple regression. Okay. So qualitative techniques are Delphi techniques and market surveys. Okay. Selection of a forecasting technique. How are you going to select a forecasting technique? So forecasting techniques, different reasons are there. Correct. If you have more time, if the time to take a decision is more, huge time is there, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year time is available, then you go on collecting the data, then you do the calculations, and then you take the decision. If there is no time is there, then call the expert team, call the experienced people, take a quick decision. So depending upon the time, depending upon the number of products, you can take a decision. Correct. Then second, what is the accuracy needed? What type of accuracy is needed for your production? If the product accuracy is very, accuracy means accuracy of forecasting, quantity I am telling, how much, what should be the correct prediction of the future for manufacturing. If you need very accurate data, then we go for scientific techniques, we go for quantitative techniques. If it is not so necessary, then directly we go for qualitative techniques or Delphi or the market surveys. So like this, different techniques are selected. Okay, so about the theoretical part, we studied about what is forecasting, what are the models, approaches of forecasting that we are going to study. Okay, and why, which technique we are going to select. Okay, so now the next part, today we start the first technique. So today we start the first technique, methods of forecasting, simple moving average. Okay, so all of you, a short break of 5 minutes. I will start the screen once again. Okay, we will stop the class here. After 5 minutes